While everyone's out there chasing the next big tech startup or some crypto craze, there's this secret world of wealth being built, and it's happening in the most unexpected places. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the millionaire myth and show you why getting boring might just be the smartest way to get rich. This quote, it really gets to the heart of it. We've all been sold this story about what building wealth is supposed to look like, but the reality, well, it's often a lot grittier and honestly, far more profitable than you would ever imagine. And here it is, the contrast just laid out perfectly. On one side, you have the myth, right? The hoodie-wearing genius disrupting industries from Silicon Valley. But on the other side, that's the reality. It's people quietly making millions from things we use every single day without a second thought, like vending machines, laundromats, and yeah, even porta potties. Okay, so let's get specific. We're going to count down 6 of these shockingly profitable, totally unglamorous businesses. Let's kick it off with number 1. First up, vending machines. And I know what you're thinking. Really? Vending machines? That's the big secret? But just stick with me here for a second. See that number? That's the annual revenue of a former accountant who just got tired of his desk job. He started with one machine, and it was making him about $300 a month. But then the light bulb went off. Now, he has over 800 machines and a team that handles the whole thing for him. This quote just nails the appeal, doesn't it? Vending machines are basically the perfect employee. They work while you're sleeping, they never call in sick, and you don't have to worry about health insurance. You just stock them, and they quietly print money for you 24/7. It's not sexy, but that kind of passive income, that is seriously impressive. All right, number 2 is the self-storage facility. This entire business model profits from a simple, unchangeable human truth. All of us, we own way too much stuff, and we are more than willing to pay someone else to store the junk that we can't fit in our own homes. And the numbers? They're just insane. I mean, most businesses would kill for a 10 to 15% profit margin. Self-storage facilities, they're averaging 40 to 50%. Think about it. Once they're built, the overhead is next to nothing. Get this. This is the annual profit for one woman who owns just 4 storage facilities. Her biggest operational headache, her biggest problem, is every now and then having to cut a lock when someone doesn't pay. That's it. That's the extent of the drama. Okay, next up, laundromats. So why are these so powerful? Well, it's because they are virtually everything-proof. During a recession, people still need clean clothes. During a pandemic, they especially need clean clothes. It's a fundamental, recurring need that never, ever goes away. A single, well-run laundromat can pull in about $300,000 a year for its owner. Now look, the startup costs aren't nothing. You're looking at maybe $200 to $500 to get one going. But once it's up and running, the machines do all the work. You're literally in the dirty clothes business, but the financial freedom is pretty clean. And stick with me, because number 4 involves something you probably flushed this morning. That's right, we're talking about portable toilets. But just think about it for a second. Every single construction site, every music festival, every marathon, every outdoor wedding, what do they all need? They all need them. It's a non-negotiable part of public life. And the margins? They're just staggering. There's one owner who started his porta potty business during a major recession. Today, he brings in $1.2 million a year with a 60% profit margin. Why? Because people do not stop needing bathrooms when the economy tanks. So the takeaway here is pretty simple. Sure, you might be in the poop business, but like the quote says, you're crying all the way to the bank while other people are stuck in their cubicles. Number 5 might be the most boring one yet. Parking lots. I mean, you're literally monetizing empty space. It is the business of selling nothing. In any dense urban area, you just paint some lines on a piece of concrete, put up a sign, and boom, you are in business. So check this story out. One owner bought a lot 20 years ago for $800,000. Today, that exact same piece of asphalt generates $75,000 a month. He's made his investment back over 17 times, and it just keeps printing money with almost zero operational costs. And finally, our 6th business, property management. Now, this one might be the smartest of them all, because you get to profit from real estate without actually owning a single property. You're simply the middleman who handles all the headaches for landlords. And the model is just beautifully simple. You manage the properties, you handle the tenants and all their issues, and you take a slice, about an 8 to 12% cut of the rent. Let's do the math real quick.
Say you manage 200 properties with an average rent of $1,500. Your 10% cut is $30,000 a month. That's $360,000 a year.
So there you have it. 6 businesses that are never going to win an innovation award, but they all share a common DNA. So let's shift gears from the what to the why and really break down the principles that make these things work so well. We can call it the boring business principle. It's really a philosophy, and it's all about building wealth by solving simple, evergreen problems. We're talking about needs that have existed for decades and are going to continue to exist for decades to come. And all these businesses, they share a few key traits. They solve an evergreen problem, a need that never goes away. They're often recession-proof. They have proven, predictable models with really low operational complexity. And most importantly, they are not chasing trends. So what does all this mean for you? Well, it's an invitation, really. An invitation to rethink what the path to wealth actually looks like, to step away from all the hype and just look at what has consistently worked for generations. This quote, it really just says it all, doesn't it? While everyone else is busy chasing the next shiny object, you could be building real, sustainable wealth in an industry that nobody is even paying attention to. Which brings us to our final question for you. After seeing these examples, which of these boring businesses would you start? Are you team laundromat or are you team porta potty? It's a fascinating question, and honestly, one that's worth thinking about. Your bank account might just thank you for it.